Hello and welcome back to the Musical Instrument Investigator. Today we're on the website of Sunrise Auctions based in Japan, a website that we visited quite a few times, and we're here to look at the Sunrise Summer Auction. Those of you who've watched the channel before will know that the Sunrise Auctions are quite small, usually around 52 items or 50 items. We have 52 today. And also that a lot of the lots get repeated, unfortunately, so a lot of the things here we've probably seen before, but they do usually have a couple of new things every time, so let's hope that when we have a look through this catalogue that there are a few things like that. If you see here, you'll see that the first items finish on a little bit earlier than the other ones. So the finishing date for this auction is the 13th and 14th of July 2022. So the first items up to lot 29 will finish on the 13th of July and the rest of them on the 14th of July. So bear that in mind. I'll put a link in the description. For this auction, anything up to 1 million yen is 17% buyer's premium, and everything over 1 million yen is 15% buyer's premium, and if it goes over 10 million yen, which I doubt it will on this auction, then it's even lower. So that is a kind of indication of the status of this auction. And just to reiterate that this is auction based in Japan, so if you're looking to buy anything from this and you don't live in Japan, then you have to bear in mind kind of shipping fees, import, export, and all that wonderful stuff. So yeah, without further ado, I guess it's probably a good time to start looking at the items, really. So let's have a look at the first item here. This is a load of auction catalogues. So currently 1,000 yen is about £6, 6 British pounds. So 3,000 yen would be about £18 or so. So yeah, it's not super expensive, but these are just kind of catalogues. So we'll carry on. We've got La Luteria and Arco and Napoli, Francesco Nocerino. I think we've seen this book before. 4,000 to 5,000 yen is the estimate there. Italian Violin Makers by Violas. We've seen this before as well. 8,000 to 10,000 euros there. Sorry, 8,000 to 10,000 yen even. Italian Violin Makers by Violas, again, 8,000 to 12,000 yen. Luteria Italiana, Umberto Azzolina. This has also been on this auction before. 15,000 to 20,000 yen. A set of violin chinrest and tailpiece, 2,000 to 5,000 yen. I think we've seen that before. Combi case for violin and viola. This was definitely in the last auction, so that's 10,000 to 15,000 yen. Small quantity of Pernambuco wood, over 50 years old. Now this is different, so we have not seen this before. 15,000 to 20,000 yen. So if you're a bow maker, this might be of interest to you. Looks like the wood is potentially a little bit wavy, but you never know. So this is the lot of Pernambuco. Carrying on. Another quantity of Pernambuco there, 15,000 to 20,000 yen, as before. So I'm not really convinced how great any of that would be for bow making, but maybe that might be more useful for making it accessories potentially, if it's kind of got the right thickness to it, but not sure. Another lot of Pernambuco there, 20,000 to 30,000 yen is the estimate. Looks like there's some bids on that, so maybe there's some kind of good pieces in there. Yeah, someone has bid 20,000 yen on that, so that's interesting. Another load of Pernambuco, C grade, 30 to 50,000 yen there. It's the estimate. Okay. Another load of Pernambuco, 50 to 80,000 yen. Wow, okay, this is getting quite a bit more expensive on the estimate there. Okay, and moving on. Oh, more Pernambuco. Okay, there's a lot of Pernambuco in this. Another 50 to 80,000 lot. Some of this is quite long actually, so it's looking a bit better quality, a bit straighter grain, at least for bows in any case. Okay. Right, we're on to instruments. 3/4 violin, labelled Leon Bernadelle, 10 to 15,000 yen. I think that we have potentially seen this before. I can't 100% remember, but it does look kind of familiar. No bids on this so far. A 3/4 Czech violin, labelled Alois Smitko, circa 1900, with bow stamped Bausch and a Gewa case. I'm not sure that we saw this before. 50,000 to 80,000 yen there is the estimate. And a silver mounted modern cello bow stamped F. Aubrey Meercore there. Good condition all round. 120 to 150,000 yen is the estimate. A silver and ebony mounted Italian cello bow by Emilio Slaviero, 2009 Cremona, button repaired. Okay, interesting. Don't really see that many Italian bows coming up, so that's definitely interesting. And there's a bid already, so it's 150 to 200,000 yen there, and there is a bid, so that is interesting. This is new, so with a few new things so far. Modern Hungarian cello, sold with a bow and Kewa case, 350 to 450,000 yen there. I'm not sure if we've seen this one before. A nickel mounted French viola bow by Prosper Colas, Paris circa 1900, sold with certificate of A. Gartzman, 250 to 280,000 yen. A contemporary viola, J. Heidi, La Ancienne Magini copy. So this is a Chinese made violin, a viola, sorry, here. 100 to 150,000 yen is the estimate. Already got a bid of 100,000. Some violin bows here, 10 to 15,000 yen. Nothing too interesting there. Whole load of other child's bows. Oh, clicked on the wrong thing there. Whole load of child's bows, 10 to 15,000 yen. Nickel mounted violin bow stamped PC in Brazil wood, 15 to 20,000. Modern Baroque bow there, 10 to 15,000 yen. This has some endangered species on the button. It's probably ivory or something like that. 6 violin bows, including one stamped PC, 20 to 30,000 yen. And we're still on the stuff ending on the 13th of July so far. Silver mounted German violin bow by Otto Derschmidt, 90 to 120,000 yen. And a German violin bow by Otto Derschmidt, 90 to 120,000 yen. Silver mounted violin bow by G.L. Panormo, Frog Later, certificate, sold with a certificate from Gilles Chancereau. looking for 160 to 200,000 yen there. Nickel-mounted French violin bow by Marc Lebert. Certificate from Raffin, so that's usually pretty good. 500 to 800,000 is the estimate there. Violin labelled Francesco Guadagnini. We've definitely seen this one before. 50 to 70,000 yen. This looks like a kind of pretty low quality German instrument. Violin labelled Carl Uschen Winterthur 1951. This is a long-term instrument that's been on this auction many a time. 80,000 to 100,000 yen. Modern violin labelled JBVO. Another one that I'm pretty sure that we've seen before. 120,000 to 150,000. Once again, it just looks like a standard trade violin, and we're on to all the items which are on the 14th now. German violin labelled Steiner, circa 1900, 120 to 150,000 yen. Fairly interesting back on that. A European viola, circa 1900, labelled Postacchini. I think we've seen this one as well. 130 to 150,000, sorry, 180,000 yen is the estimate. Nothing too interesting there. German violin labelled JBVO. 130 to 180,000 is the estimate. This one definitely has been on before. Violin labelled Bernadelle. 150 to 200,000 yen is the estimate. A German violin, Neune School Mittenwald, 200 to 300,000 yen. A violin labelled Lorenzo Ventapane, sold with insurance appraisal. This is another long-term instrument that's been on here, but I mean, it has some interesting kind of parts to it. Interesting scroll and F holes, but it's not been popular so far, but you never know. Modern French violin, Claudel School. Pretty sure that we've seen this as well, but not too bad looking either. 300 to 400,000 yen is the asking price. Modern Japanese violin by Minazawa Minezo, 1950, with case. We've seen this one as well before. 350 to 450,000 yen. Nice enough looking instrument. And there's pictures of it as well. And moving on, a modern violin labelled Bernadelle, 400 to 500,000 yen, with an insurance appraisal from Teresio. I mean, it looks like it's made out of fairly decent wood. Modern French violin by Emile Menesson, Reims, circa 1900. I'm not sure if we've seen this one before. 400 to 500,000 yen is the estimate. A good modern Japanese violin by Soroko Murata, Tokyo, 1966, sold with a bow stamped taut. I mean, this is quite a nice looking instrument actually, to be honest. 500 to 700,000 yen. You can see that's quite nicely made, so I think that's kind of not a bad looking instrument. Length of the back 354. It's all pretty good. Modern English violin labelled Paul Bailey. Interesting. I think we did see this last time, but it's not been around too long. Interesting scroll. $600 to $800 is the estimate. Contemporary Italian violin by Maurizio Taglioli, Cremona, 2011. Certificate from the maker there. 700 to a million yen is the estimate, and we have a bid of 600,000 yen already. Certainly looks quite Italian in terms of the scroll. There's a couple of bows with it there. Definitely interesting and different. I don't recall seeing that before. A modern Italian violin, Anti-Nazi school, labelled Pietro Borghi. I'm pretty sure that we've seen this before as well, which is 700 to 1 million yen. At least fairly interesting looking. Contemporary Italian violin by Marco Imer Piccinotti, San Paolo, 2009, with certificate of the maker. This we've seen before as well. 1 to 1.3 million yen. Not too bad. Modern Italian violin by Mario Garda Mantova, 1995, model Ansaldo Poggi. Definitely seen this before with a certificate. 1.4 to 1.8 million yen is the estimate there. An old German violin, school of Joseph Klotz Mittenwald, 1.7 to 2 million yen is the estimate. This one as well, I think we've seen before. And modern violin, Ventopane school. This one definitely we've seen before. 1.8 to 2 million yen there. Slightly interesting looking violin. Certificate from Giorgio Grisales. An old violin, ascribed David Tekla. We've definitely seen this before. The letter from Gaetano Pilastri. We've seen this one on quite a few occasions. Estimate is 2.5 to 3 million yen. And I think we are on to the last one. Yes, an Italian violin ascribed to Vincenzo Cennino, Napoli, 1900. 2.9 to 3.5 million yen. Not 100% sure if we've seen this before or not, but possibly. 355 length of back. And there you have it. That is the Sunrise Summer Auction. Actually, a few new things that we haven't seen before, but mostly the same old stuff. But it's getting better, more interesting. Some interesting Pernambuco, a few interesting violins there, and still a couple of Japanese violins in there. So that's pretty good. So yeah, I'll put a link in the description and check it out and see what you think. So thanks a lot for watching, and until next time, take care and ciao. Many thanks for tuning in to the Musical Instrument Investigator. I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, then please like, subscribe and turn on notifications, and watch out for the next video coming soon.